Hi, this is Margo. This is Friday evening, April the 23rd, 2021. And I just wanted to give everyone a heads up. We've got a solar flare and a solar tsunami headed towards Earth, and it's supposed to hit Sunday, and it's from this sunspot. And we've also got coronal holes. Specifically this one that's releasing cosmic radiation and solar radiation that we're being hit with today. And so this is a big deal, and it talks all about it here on spaceweather.com, and says geomagnetic storm warning. NOAA forecasters say that a G2 class geomagnetic storm or storms are possible on April 25th, which is Sunday, when a coronal mass ejection or CME is expected to hit Earth's magnetic field. The CME was hurled in our direction yesterday by a C3 8 class solar flare from Sunspot AR 2816, details below. If the geomagnetic storm occurs as predicted, auroras could tip into northern tier U.S. states from Maine to Washington. So that's pretty low. Here's the picture. And this was Earth facing when this solar flare went off. Here we go. You can see it. And then the CME comes right after it. Solar tsunami and CME, Earth facing sunspot AR 2016 exploded on April the 23rd at 4:35. April 22nd, at 4:35 Universal Time, producing a C3-8 class solar flare. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory recorded a dramatic shock wave rippling away from the blast site. There's that. This is a solar tsunami. It is a wave of hot plasma and magnetism about 100,000 kilometers tall, racing outward at approximately 250 kilometers per second or 560,000 miles per hour. Such waves are usually associated with the launch of CMEs, and indeed one has been observed. Coronagraphs aboard the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, or SOHO, detected a CME billowing away from the Sun hours after the flare. It is faint but definitely Earth-directed. The initial velocity of the CME was 780 kilometers per second. Based on its speed and other factors, NOAA forecasters believe that the CME will reach Earth on April 25th, potentially sparking G2 class geomagnetic storms. And then we got all these fireballs. We got 40 fireballs going around too. And I wanted to show where was it? So G2 or moderate geomagnetic storm impacts from this is what you got to watch out for. Power systems. High latitude power systems may experience voltage alarms. Long duration storms may cause transformer damage. spacecraft operations. Corrective actions to orientation may be required by ground control. Possible changes in drag affect orbit predictions. In other systems, high-frequency radio propagation can fade at higher latitudes, and aurora has been seen as low as New York and Idaho, typically 55 degrees geomagnetic latitude. So right now we've got KP5 storm index for the world. That's high, and next 24 hours it's KP5. Here's the picture that I showed at the beginning. Here's the coronal hole on the side that we're getting the solar wind from today, and then here is this sunspot. It's kind of a cluster of suns, some little ones and then a big one where the solar flare came out of, and then we've got another sunspot on this left side that's rotating around towards us right now. And up here, I wanted to show, here's a picture of the sunspots. So this is 2816, and see there's some smaller holes over here. They're not actually named, but I'm thinking this whole area flared out. So this is where the CME came from. And then this one is coming around towards us, 2818. It's bigger, but this one that's Earth facing is the one we're worried about right now. So I wanted to give you all a heads up. That's supposed to hit on Sunday. Hopefully everything will be okay for me to do my show on Sunday. Now, when we have high solar activity like what we're expecting and the tsunami wave, we're getting more earthquakes. Right now we've got 334 earthquakes worldwide, and see, we've got big dots on a lot of these red lines. We had these two in the mid-Atlantic come in this afternoon. We've got two in the Antarctic or on this western peninsula. We just had this 6.4 come in near Tonga. This came in at 5:23 this afternoon, and Alaska is picking up. We've got over 100 earthquakes in Alaska, and we've got 104 now, and that's really an uptick from what we've been seeing recently. And let's see what else. I'm seeing clusters of earthquakes in a lot of places. We've got down here in the Philippines, we've got 5 down here. On this main island. 4.5, 4.5, 4.3, 5.0, and 4.5. So, see, that's a lot of activity for the last 24 hours. Japan, and then there's this down in Tonga. See, it's picking up here, South America, and see all this clustering here. It's really picking up on this western side of the U.S. Look at Texas. They had 15 earthquakes today, and look at all this is just a mess. California, Nevada, and is just not looking good. We also had earlier on my picture earlier today, there were 3 earthquakes right here at the base of the Juan de Fuca plate. So that's moving, which means that this Cascadia subduction zone will be picking up as well. Let's see, we've got lots of activity here in northern Nevada from Carson City up to Pyramid Lake, and then northern California, and it's just all picking up. Plus we have the ozone hole opening up over the Antarctic, and I've been tracking that, and so it's supposed to be opened up pretty big on Sunday, so we'll be watching that too. So I'll go ahead and sign off for now. Just wanted to give everyone a heads up on all of this, so be prepared, get prepared for power outages, and so have your flashlights and your batteries and your shortwave radio and candles and food and water, all that. So I love you all, and I'll be talking to you soon. God bless you. Go in peace. Good night.